It's really easy to believe that the only way to make a living as a musician is to get famous and play sold out shows all around the world. But the reality is there are so many opportunities for regular people to make a meaningful amount of money from their music. So whether you're trying to earn a few extra dollars on the side or turn your hobby into a full-time job, I've got 3 ways that any musician can start earning money today. As we work through the list, each one of these is going to have a higher earning potential, and I'm going to be going over what you need to get started with each one, so be sure you stick around for the whole thing. Number 1, busking. Busking is just the name for performing in the street, and it's the perfect way to start earning money as a musician right away, especially for instrumentalists or vocalists. The startup costs are really low because all you're really going to need is the instrument you'll be playing, which I assume you already own, and maybe a small amplifier or a PA if you want to play with backing tracks. I will say you should check with your local busking regulations because a lot of cities will have rules about where, when, and how long you can play for and whether or not amplification is allowed. I personally found this to be one of the best things I could have done as a performer honing my craft because it's really low risk. If people don't like the music you're playing, they can just keep walking. And if they do, they're going to let you know. Not to mention the fact that it's a really great way to expose yourself to a new local audience. So don't be afraid to leave a little sign by your tip jar with your name, your logo, your socials, or a QR code so people can find you and give you a follow. If you find a few good locations and set up shop for maybe 30 minutes at a time, you can easily make anywhere from $50 to $100 a day. And after a little while, you can save up for idea number 2, gigging. I know this one is kind of obvious, but I promise I can give you guys some good insights on this one. Businesses like bars, restaurants, and coffee shops love having live music at their business because it can add so much to the atmosphere. On top of that, they know that most musicians have at least a small group of friends or family that will come out and see them play, which brings new business in the door. So they're willing to pay you for the value you can provide their business. The startup costs are a little higher for this one because you're often going to need your own audio equipment for small venues like this. But if you're saving up all the money you earn from busking, it'll be an investment that pays for itself in no time. Every business is going to handle things a little bit differently, so I highly recommend just going in, introducing yourself, and asking them what the process is for booking entertainment. Most businesses are going to want to make sure you're not terrible and won't scare their customers away, so just be ready for them to ask you for a video of you playing live. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, just have a friend record you on their phone while you're out busking. Before we get into how much you can earn from small scale gigging, if you're finding this video helpful, it would be super helpful to me if you hit the like button and consider subscribing. It just takes a second and you can always unsubscribe if you ever change your mind in the future. Now, back to the video. So some places will only offer to let you play for tips or maybe some free food and free beer, but a lot of places actually will offer a flat fee for live entertainment, usually ranging anywhere from $100 to $250 for a 2 to 3 hour set. Playing live gigs with audio equipment at a restaurant or at a bar can really legitimize your brand as a musician, so I highly recommend using it to generate lots of visual content so you can use that content to funnel people into idea number 3, streaming revenue. I know I said this would be good ideas for anyone without getting famous, but I promise this one is too, because there are a lot of really good ways to get tons of streams without having a big following already. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you can upload one album to Spotify and retire to a private island, but the reality is you can upload music today and start earning money right away. It's true. Unless you're pulling a ton of streams off a really big catalog, you're not going to be quitting your day job off streaming revenue alone. But having a streaming catalog to point to is another really great way to legitimize your brand and strengthen your position as a musician. And as the ball gets rolling, these small numbers really start to add up into meaningful amounts of money. You can get crazy with expensive recording equipment and DAWs and VSTs, but if you're just starting out, I recommend picking up an affordable audio interface, a microphone, and some inexpensive or free software like Waveform, Cakewalk, or Reaper. When it comes to getting your music onto streaming platforms, DistroKid is by far my favorite option. For less than $20 a year, you can upload unlimited music to all the major streaming platforms. And if you're interested in trying it out, you can use my link in the description to get 7% off your first year. pretty good deal. You start earning money when your music gets streams, so post it on social media, send it to your friends and your family and all the new fans you got from the first 2 ideas in this video. But another approach I highly recommend is using services like Daily Playlist and SoundPlate to pitch your music to independent curators. Some of these playlists have hundreds of thousands of followers, and landing on the right one can really kickstart the discovery algorithm and start getting you into listeners' recommended feeds. At the start, you'll likely only be earning a few dollars here and there, but the potential upside is insane, with over 50,000 artists having earned at least $10,000 from Spotify alone in 2021. And they think maybe even 4 times that from all of their streaming services combined. That's insane. So there you have it. 3 ways any musician can start earning money right now. If you have any questions or there's anything you want to see me cover in a future video, let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, leave a like so that other people can find it too. And if you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button so you catch a new video every single week. That's all I got for today, so I'll see you next time.